It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here is the kicker, John Parker Romo, to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Throwing is Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
On the return is Jones. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team. But just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, New England.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's a run with the rookie from Ohio State. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Third and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over 60 yards in the air, and I won't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
On the return, here's Washington. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up here, first and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Tua gonna throw. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Do a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. He'll manage only a couple. Harold Landry there on the tackle. Second down and 8. Man in motion here is Washington. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's Carlton Davis bringing an end to that one. Third and 6. Motion man set right. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd.
Around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Man in motion here is Washington. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Hill brought in motion. Tua now on 3rd down. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's Achane. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Ball at the 3, 2nd down, and goal. They'll run with Madison. This defense back up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
They'll run with Achane. Powering forward. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And that ball incomplete over the middle.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
And in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 3rd down is May. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. Has completed to Douglas. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. gain of 7 and a first down. May to the air once more. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout. So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Romo's kick is good. And the Patriots are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Now a first down throw for Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our halftime report. It was Devon Achane who's had the strong first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's second and 6. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Third and 9. They'll go play action with May. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
The best play action teams, Mike, what they do so well is they make every play before the snap look the same, whether it is run or whether it is pass. And making the defense have to identify and respect both options, that's the key to play action. Down and distance and pre-snap identification. If all those things are right, you don't even have to be that good of a run team to be very good on play action.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. A run up the middle with Achane. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Patriots has it. He's inside the 30. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And a big turn of events there. This defense trying to hold off the opposition now takes the lead, Greg, by taking it to the end zone.
Yeah, and it seems like week in and week out, Mike, in this league, there's 1 or 2 plays that determine the outcome of a game. And I get the sense here in the second half, that game-changing scoop and score by this defense could very well be that play.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. And the Patriots are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Play action. Tagovailoa. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Dolphins first down.
And with the defenders biting on that hard play action, the tight end knows he's going to be open once he crosses that linebacker. All his quarterback has to do is get his hips turned around and deliver the ball on target, and it's an easy first down.
Hill brought in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5. Now Tua. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
When you call a bubble screen, you're really putting a lot of faith that your skill players, your wide receivers and backs, are going to be able to hold up there in space as blockers. And when you don't, sometimes you end up going backwards.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top. A shotgun snap for Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. He will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins are on top. It's 14-10. After the touchdown, Myers is back to put this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, May. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run here with Gibson. Finding room across midfield. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Throwing is May. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's into the hands of Diggs. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Here's a run. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And this time, he's in. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The extra point by Romo is good. And the Pats move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Tagovailoa. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That one caught by Smith. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Miami.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man, Malik Washington. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Tua to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
Now a screen set up for Achane. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. This one complete to Washington. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. Here's 1st down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Again, it's Tua. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Now he takes off. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Dolphins move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Gibson, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have the Pats' 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. May to throw again. Has completed to Douglas. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. New England going to take their 2nd timeout, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Second and 6 coming up. To throw again is May. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's May again. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So a win here for the Dolphins. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.